Why would you want to go to cameo.com and have a personalized shout out? Come to nowondeck.com, find me, Ron Hall, and I'll do one just for you. Birthdays, anniversaries, whatever you want, a personalized video or audio greeting for you now on nowondeck.com. Well, I can see we're having some feed issues. Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Jump into the fire. It is a Thursday night in Chattanooga, and we hope everybody is having a great day. Bring you up to speed on some things that are going on. And unfortunately, Jen Lambert from Nooga Radio 92.7 is not going to be able to join us tonight. She sends her apologies, and she will be here next Thursday night. So make sure every morning you've got it on 92.7 Nooga Radio, Fred the Show, Jeff Styles, Jen Lambert, Jason Kirk, Russell Stroud. Hey, I remembered the damn names. And for somebody as old as I am, that's doing pretty damn good. Hello, Kim. How are you? Tell everybody over in the Klein household I said hello. Bring you up to speed on Amy. Don't forget, please share the link to the GoFundMe page. We do have some pretty dadgum good news in that within the next 5 days, we will know the name of the facility that she will be going to. It could be anywhere from 30 days to as long as 90 days. But help has been found, and still going to need your thoughts, prayers, positive energy, all of that for her to get through this. Hello, Alan. But we've got the facility now. But your help is still vital, so spread the word. At least share the link to the GoFundMe page. It is on my Facebook page. So thanks to everybody for keeping her in on your mind. She has now gone 13 days sober. Not bad. Not bad at all. Long way to go. Been there, done that. And it is a long road, and it takes a lot of time and a lot of help. And she's going to get through it. And the thing about it is, really proud of her yesterday. I took her for a follow-up on the procedure she had. And a friend called her. Her daughter is in a similar situation, and Amy has reached out to them with advice and all of that. Hello, Shirley. Yeah, I'm drinking coffee tonight. I don't know why. I felt like a cup of coffee. So we hope everybody's got a big weekend planned. Me, I'm going to be lazy as the dickens. I'm just going to be lazy and keep an eye on everything and get my daughter ready to go off to rehab. And then see how long she will be gone. And if it's 90 days, that means she will not be here for the holidays, but she is said, if that's what it takes, that's what it takes. So I'm proud of her in that respect. Like I say, I hope everybody's had a good week. On Nooga Radio this morning, they had the executive director, the American Heart Association here in Chattanooga, and they've got a campaign. I think it's called Leave No Doubt, because right now people are neglecting what could be a heart attack because they do not want to go to the hospital. Horse shit. If you think you're having a heart attack, go to the hospital. Oh, that should be good boy Buchanan in Chattanooga Christian. Hi, Cindy Lou. If you need to know what the symptoms are of a heart attack, I'm the guy to tell you. Since I've had this, wait a minute, this many, or this many. I don't know how many I've had. It's been a few. But hello, Michelle. Did I see a post you made? Are you guys in Chattanooga? Or did Haley just drive the duck tour vehicle today? I found it interesting perusing the Chattanoogan this morning. And what is it about the politicians in the state of Georgia? This is unreal. Lady running for Senate, current senator who was appointed, Kelly Loeffler, the owner of the WNBA team in Atlanta, has said she's going to introduce a bill before Congress that will make killing a police officer a death penalty offense. It already is a death penalty offense in every state, municipality, whatever you want to call it in this country. It doesn't take a bill going through the Senate and then the House and all that to make that happen. It just, come on, lady. Do something useful. Put forward some legislation that is useful to the citizens of this country. Grandstanding like this just doesn't fit at all. If you kill a police officer in Tennessee, you're going to get the death penalty. Kill one in Georgia, you're going to get the death penalty. It doesn't do any good to make it a federal offense punishable by death. Oh, I would hope I would know if you guys were coming. I thought about just going to the practice, take my mask, go to the practice, and hang out. But no, I haven't even checked with Corey to see if I would be welcome there. So, but there is no need for stuff like this. It's kind of like Marsha Blackburn, senator from Tennessee, who wants to introduce some kind of legislation directed at China for the virus. What good's it going to do? It's not going to do any good. So why bother? The president could take action against China. Why does it take trying to push something through Congress when the president has the authority to do what he deems necessary to deal with China? So it's time for these politicians to actually, and that's on both sides. It's just right now, Loeffler in Georgia Blackburn in Tennessee, just come across looking like idiots. Give us something useful, please. How about something to address mental health? How about something to reduce the Medicare premiums? Medicare Part A, you have no premium. That's for your hospital visits. Medicare Part B, which covers your doctor visits and stuff like that, yeah, there's a premium. And you shouldn't bitch about it. Realistically, we shouldn't. It's $141 a month. Where are you going to get comparable health insurance coverage for $141 a month? You're not. It's not going to happen. Medicare Part B covers a lot of stuff. And on top of that, you can get the Medicare Advantage or supplement or whatever. Mine is Humana. I know Blue Cross has one. United Healthcare has one with no premium. So I'm not going to complain about $141 coming out of my Social Security each month, because I guarantee you I couldn't buy coverage that cheap. I think you're right, Alan. I think that they've all forgotten why they're in office. I mean, I can chastise Pelosi and Schumer right now because they are using another stimulus package as political leverage for the election. So both sides are guilty. Both sides are guilty. Now, as a very tolerant human being, there are some young members of the Democratic Party that I'm actually afraid of. AOC is one of them. I just don't think much of her. But yeah, it's a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. I think I got that right. It's been a long time since I've been in history class. And let me tell you a little secret. When I was in history class, I cheated off of Moses's work papers. That's how old I am. Moses and I see each other at class reunions. But, you know, Loeffler, she's a joke. She is becoming just as bad as that Marjorie Greene character down in North Georgia. That woman scares hell out of me. She does. And what's even funny about Loeffler, she's running against Doug Collins. And Doug Collins was the biggest Trump defender during the impeachment. But it looks like Trump's turned his back on Doug Collins for this Loeffler woman. I don't understand it. I don't understand what the hell's going on anymore. But going back, the lady from the American Heart Association, if there is any doubt in your mind whether you're having a heart attack or not, take your happy ass to the hospital, call 911. Don't drive to the hospital. I've done that twice. I know, spank me, call me stupid. 2 times I've driven myself to the hospital having a heart attack. But call 911. It's real simple. If it's indigestion, if you feel like you've got indigestion that doesn't go away, call 911. If your left arm goes numb, call 911. If you're nauseated and break out in a sweat, call 911. Because those are some of the symptoms. And remember what I said a couple of weeks ago. 48% of the adult population in the United States has heart disease. 48% have heart disease. And it's nothing to play around with. Trust me. I've got a little device implanted right here. It costs $50,000. And it's designed to zap my ass should something go wrong. So, but what it has done is it makes going through metal detectors at the airport or at the courthouse or wherever. I get to show them this nice little card I carry in my wallet that says I have an implanted defibrillator. I can't go through your metal detectors because it could accidentally turn it off. And you don't want it turned off. Okay? So be smart. If you think, yeah, it will knock you on your ass, Cindy. I've not experienced it, but it has been described because my device is manufactured by Boston Scientific. And they described it to me that if my defibrillator ever goes off, it will feel like I have been kicked in the chest by a horse. So, yeah. But see, here's the funny part. And maybe this is too much information. Okay. And if it is, please chime in that it's too much information. Everybody knows I'm single. Ready to mingle, by golly. But when it was installed, that was one of the questions I was asked. Are you single? Are you in a relationship or whatever? And I said, why do you ask? And the doctor and the rep from Boston Scientific just explained it rather bluntly. If you were in a physical relationship with a woman and your defibrillator goes off, guess what's going to happen? And I think you can figure that one out. So, you know, but it's never gone off. Knock on wood. And other than these damn things, I do my best to follow doctor's orders. And since I don't drink, do drugs or anything else, please allow me the one habit I have to bring my stress level down a notch or two. Because I made a deal with my daughter. If she'll quit, I'll quit. And I think once the stress of all of this, trying to deal with and find and everything else related to her rehab is over, we can all take a deep breath and say, great, she's in a good place. She's getting the help she needs. Now we can relax for a little bit. Because I made the fatal promise today that she completes rehab. I'm going to get her a car because hers is sitting with a blown motor. So I've told her, and I know you're going to think that sounds silly to tell a 36-year-old you're going to get her a car. But her Altima, the motor blew about a month ago. And while she was in the throes of crystal meth, and she didn't care. So now she's concerned that when she gets out of rehab, because her job, good people, I'm not going to mention them by name, but I have spoken with them personally. When this is all over, they're going to give her her job back. How cool is that? They know the whole story. Okay, Cindy chimed in. I got to see this. She had to run for a wheelchair, pick up an elderly man off the floor. Oh, it would scare out of me too. It would. And I'm going to whine for a minute. That's the hardest part of living by yourself. What the hell do you do? You know. Yeah, I might have turned 64 years old last weekend. And nobody played the Beatles for me. Will you still need me? Will you still feed me when I'm 64? Boom, boom. I don't have a world's greatest dad's fishing hat. I don't have Velcro laces on my shoe. I don't wear socks and sandals. Number one, I don't wear sandals. I don't wear flip-flops. One of these nights, I'll show you my ugly ass feet. But that sometimes is a little bit unsettling. But after a while, you get used to it. Thank you, Kim. But just know the symptoms. Do not hesitate. Don't hesitate. Get to the hospital, because the longer your heart is in an incident or whatever you want to call it, the more damage it is doing. Because every heart attack kills a piece of that heart muscle. Just kills it off. It's dead and never can come back. Hearts don't regenerate. So quick treatment is of the essence to minimize the damage to your heart. So don't ignore it. Go get help. I got a question for my friends down in North Georgia. Why the hell is Fort Oglethorpe putting sidewalks on Lafayette Road? Lafayette Road is a ghost town. There's nothing on it. And they're building sidewalks going toward the battlefield entrance from the big intersection there of 2A and Lafayette Road, and they're building sidewalks now. Why? Does that seem like the proper use of your tax dollars for a part of your city that is dead and will never come back? Yeah, it's going to look pretty, but it's not going to bring businesses to Lafayette Road. They're all on Highway 2. Starts right there, the Food City, and goes all the way down to Dietz Road. That's your business district of Fort Oglethorpe. It's that simple. Do you think Del Taco would have set up on Lafayette Road? No. They're right there to red light it, cross street and 2A. Right there at the old Kmart. There's already sidewalks there. I think, if I pay attention. So why do you need sidewalks when realistically the only thing you've got on Lafayette Road is Crystal, along John Silver's, Park Place Restaurant, Save-A-Lot Grocery Store, and 2 gas stations / beer and tobacco stores. That's all you got. There's nothing else there. Nobody gives 2 hoots in hell about Judy O'Neill's Tootie's Treasure Consignment Shop. Nobody gives a damn about that surplus, Civil War surplus store or whatever they have at where the old McDonald's used to be and the old Taco Bell. So why are you wasting the taxpayers' money building those sidewalks? I don't know. Maybe one day somebody will answer that question. One, they can tell me it's none of my damn business. But I'm just curious. Why? I mean, it's like the city of East Ridge. Come on, guys. You're doing some things. But you still have a proliferation of tattoo parlors. Not that there's anything wrong with tattoos, because trust me, my daughter Amy has probably about $10,000 worth of ink. And the worst thing you've got going in East Ridge are the title pawn places. Now, the mayor of East Ridge, the city council, Esther Williams and Esther Helton and the rest of them, you could do something to shut those places down. You can do some zoning because, and I understand they may feel a need. But, you know, kind of like, I'm trying to think, the combat zone in Boston. If you're old enough to remember, things being referred to as the combat zone. City of Boston kind of limited where hookers and all that stuff could be. The city of East Ridge could limit where those check cashing and title pawn places could be. They might they do serve a purpose in some circumstances, but let me tell you, once you get roped into a payday loan, you never get out of it. That's what they want you. That's why they want you to do that. You get into a title pawn, you're roped in. But unfortunately, the way the banking industry is set up now, When I was a banker back in the day, after I got out of college, thanks to my service in the United States Navy, and got into banking down in Florida, we had 90-day notes. Piece of cake. Somebody would call up, hey, Ron, I need a 90-day note. Oh, how much you need? I need about $1,500. Done deal. Come by tomorrow, pick up your money. It was common. Now, when you need quick cash, because most of this world is living paycheck to paycheck, there's nowhere to get it. The days of personal loans at your bank are over. It's kind of like automobile financing. The days of walking into your bank and getting a loan to buy a new car is almost impossible. They'd rather have your mortgage that they can sell 2, 3, 4 times and make money each time that thing's sold. But, you know, Eastridge could do something about that. Fort Oglethorpe wasting tax dollars on sidewalks in a town where you might as well roll out the tumbleweed on Lafayette Road 24/7 because there's nothing there. A place restaurant is a great place. Don't get me wrong. But, does that necessitate millions upon millions of dollars? I mean, you already make enough revenue off of your speed traps because Fort Oglethorpe has become what Red Bank used to be. So, come on, quit wasting taxpayers' money. There are better things that could be done than building a sidewalk. All right. Here's a question, and I'm going to pose it. Tucker Carlson is already on the piece of shit list. But tonight he has Steve Bannon as his guest. Does that deserve a second time being put on the list? Steve Bannon is a useless human being. I got no use for him. But he knows his audience, both he and Tucker Carlson. And it'll be interesting to see what he says tonight. Well, I'm going to close it out with the biggest entertainment news this year. And this is huge stuff. Does anybody watch Family Guy? I'll give you a second for a show of hands. I'll take a sip from my favorite coffee mug. Can anybody tell me who's on my coffee mug? Anybody? Bueller? Does anyone watch Family Guy? I bet Alan watches Family Guy. I bet Cindy has been known to watch it because she watches 2.5 Men. And you have to have a razor sharp sense of humor to watch 2.5 Men. But as y'all know, for since the beginning of Family Guy, Batman himself, Adam West, was the mayor of Quahog. And Adam West passed away, I think it was last year. And that was his name, Mayor Adam West. This past week, they have announced who the new mayor of Quahog is going to be. There is your new mayor of Quahog. Wild, Wild West. Adam's brother, W.W. West, first name Wild, middle name Wild, West. Take a good look. Now, guess who is going to be the voice of Mayor W.W. West, Wild, Wild West, mayor of Quahog? Anybody hazard to guess, based on the character you just saw, who is going to be the mayor? Who's going to be the voice of Mayor West? This is big news. Because guarantee you Alice thinks he's sexy as hell. Cindy probably thinks he's sexy as hell. The new mayor of Quahog, Wild Wild West, will be voiced by Sam Elliott. Now, how's that for big news? Sam Elliott now joins the cast of Family Guy. I can just see it now. Beef, it's what's for dinner. That's cool. When somebody of that stature is lending his voice to an animated series. I mean, we got to remember Meg Griffin is voiced by Mila Kunis. The star of that 70s show, huge movie star, Black Swan, all the Bad Mom movies. Book of Eli was unreal. And the wife of Ashton Kutcher. So, how cool is it that an Academy Award nominated actor is now going to join the cast of Family Guy? I cannot wait until the season premiere. I think his first appearance is going to be like November. So for us geeks who, have refused to grow up completely and watch Family Guy, that's about as cool as it gets. But one other thing, we're slowly creeping up on the time change deal. And Senator Marco Rubio, who I am not ashamed to admit was my first choice for president in 2016. In fact, gave him money. Not much at all. But it's the first time I've ever made any kind of political contribution. And he is saying today he is going to introduce legislation that, for whatever reason, due to COVID, he wants to extend daylight savings time until November of next year. So let's see if it goes through. I am not opposed to it. I'm really not. Time change does not affect me that much. It just gets dark an hour earlier, and when it gets cold outside, it gets cold quicker because it's dark. No sunlight to warm you up. Folks, thanks for tuning in tonight. Apologies if you were tuning in to see Jen. She just could not be here tonight. She will be here next Thursday night. I will let you know Saturday night at 7 o'clock who we're going to have next Monday night. So remember, keep Amy in your thoughts and prayers. The help we have been looking for is coming, and things are going to be wonderful. So have a great Thursday. Support your local high school football team tomorrow night. I know Boyd Buchanan is playing Chattanooga Christian, which ought to be pretty interesting. So until Saturday night at 7 o'clock, remember, folks, please be kind to each other.
That's all, folks.
Why would you want to go to cameo.com and have a personalized shout out? Come to nowondeck.com. Find me, Ron Hall, and I'll do one just for you. Birthdays, anniversaries, whatever you want. A personalized video or audio greeting for you now on Deck.